If you don't stop and look around for these facts once in a while, you could miss them. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 facts about Ferris Bueller's Day Off that will ruin your childhood. For this list, we're going over some of the unusual or interesting bits of trivia and reported information about the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off that might or might not ruin your enjoyment of the film.
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Won't make things better. Won't pay the piper.
Number 10. Love on set. Romances are a common enough occurrence during film productions, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off had more than its fair share.
Letting go of my hand in a crowd you don't wanna.
In fact, most of it could be found in the Bueller family itself. Lyman Ward and Cindy Pickett, who played Bueller parents Tom and Katie, got married in real life and had 2 children of their own before divorcing in 1992.
He doesn't have a fever, but he says his stomach hurts and he's seeing spots.
What's the matter, Ferris?
Papa?
Honey, feel his hands. They're cold and clammy.
Their on-screen children, Matthew Broderick and Jennifer Grey, also became involved while on set.
I can't believe this. If I was bleeding out my eyes, you guys would make me go to school. This is so unfair.
Jeannie, please don't be upset with me. You have your health. Be thankful.
However, their relationship didn't last very long, ending sometime after a certain tragic 1987 incident that we'll be discussing later on. Number 9. Paul McCartney wasn't a fan of the song version.
Cameron Fry, this one's for you.
One of the most memorable sequences in the whole film sees Ferris essentially take over a parade in downtown Chicago, lip-syncing first to Dankeschön and then to Twist and Shout by the Beatles.
You're crazy!
What do you think Ferris is gonna do?
It's gonna be a fry cook on Venus.
However, while real-life Beatle Paul McCartney may have granted the rights to use the song and reportedly enjoyed the movie, he wasn't a fan of the use of brass from the parade band.
Well, shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, now. Baby, come on and work it on out.
Far be it from us to disagree with the man himself, but we can see why it was included. If the band is right there, why not hear from them? Number 8. Cameron and the Georges Seurat painting. Another memorable sequence in the movie sees Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron visit the Art Institute of Chicago. While many fine pieces of art are featured, one in particular stands out thanks to the greater focus Cameron gives it. Cameron stares at a little girl standing beside her mother in the middle of the painting a Sunday afternoon on the island of La Grande Jatte. According to director John Hughes, Cameron sees himself in the little girl. As the closer he examines the painting, the less he sees, which is what he fears about himself.
You know, as long as I've known him, everything works for him. There's nothing he can't handle. I can't handle anything.
Geez, just when you think the guy couldn't get more relatable. Number 7. Missing younger siblings. The Bueller family is pretty well defined in the movie.
Jeannie? I can't see that far. Jeannie? Jeannie,
Bite the big one, Junior.
Ferris and Jeannie are siblings, and you have Tom and Katie, their parents.
Honey. He's still awfully warm.
How do you feel?
150% better, thank you.
Simple, right? Well, in the original script, Jeannie and Ferris were originally supposed to have 2 younger siblings, who would have been 7 and 12 years old. Although there's no mention of them in the movie, evidence of their presence remains in the form of little things in the background, such as children's drawings on the fridge in the kitchen, made by John Hughes' actual son, and some family photos that include younger kids.
Now you get better, Pumpkin.
Okay, Pumpkin.
Number 6. The fake Ferrari.
The 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California.
Sorry to all of those who salivated over the 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California in this film. It wasn't real. Well, to be clear, it was actually a replica called a Modena Spider California. Three of them were used on set, and while a real GT California was used for some close-up shots, most of the time on screen we're seeing a spider. Also, far from the high-performance vehicle it's touted as, the replicas were notoriously difficult to use and had trouble starting. Thankfully, a replica was also used for the famous car going out the window scene.
I can't wait to see the look on the bastard's face.
Fun fact, the car wasn't the only thing that wasn't real in the scene. A lot of the leaves were painted green since it was filmed in the fall. Number 5, the Bueller Twins. One of the driving narratives of the film is Jeannie Bueller and her attempts to catch her spoiled brother in the act.
I knew it! Oh!
Many viewers assume Jeannie is the elder sibling, making Ferris the younger and more favored sibling, since he always manages to get away with everything.
Look, it's real nice that you hope my brother's feeling better, but I'm in danger, okay? I am very cute, I am very alone, and I'm very protective of my body.
Except, in actuality, they might be the same age. Ferris is repeatedly referred to as being close to graduating, which puts him and Jeannie in the same grade. And it's not likely she'd remain around high school after she's already graduated.
Please, don't make me stay home again. I want to go to school. I have to graduate in June, and I want...
The original script reportedly has them both being 18 years old. Granted, it is possible that one was born 9 months after the other, or that Ferris skipped a grade, but twins is an easy solution.
In a nutshell, I hate my brother. How's that?
That's cool. Did you blow him away or something?
No, not yet.
Number 4, the deleted Space Shuttle line.
Let's surrender.
Never.
The original cut of Ferris Bueller's Day Off was much longer than the theatrical version. Around an hour of material was cut from the first version.
Is everything to your satisfaction?
Yes. A little trouble identifying the main course.
Sweetbreads.
One of these cut scenes included a segment where Ferris goes on a Chicago radio station and is interviewed. During the scene, Ferris mentions that within a year he'll be the first kid to go on a space shuttle. This line can even be found in an early theatrical trailer. However, it was subsequently pulled, as the then recent Challenger space shuttle disaster would have made it a line in very poor taste.
Well, makes you look like an ass is what he does, Ed.
Number 3, the actors' real ages. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of the most enjoyable and timeless tales of teenage freedom. Of one kid's ability to effortlessly enjoy life that many of us envy.
It is his love. It is his passion.
It is his fault he didn't lock the garage.
However, what you may not know is that actor Matthew Broderick was 23 when he played Ferris. Granted, this is pretty par for the course with Hollywood, as they often cast older actors to play teens. Even more remarkable is the fact that Alan Ruck, who played Cameron, was 29 at the time.
This may very well be for real. I think Cameron might have blown a microchip or two.
In fact, of the core trio of teens, only Sloane's actress, Mia Seurat, was age accurate at 18.
I had a great time today.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Do you think Cameron's gonna be okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, for the first time in his life.
Number 2, Ferris Bueller was behind a fatal car crash. Okay, he wasn't. At least not the character.
No! Ferris, forget it. You're just gonna have to think of something else. I'm putting my foot down. How about we run a nice Cadillac? My treat!
As we mentioned earlier, actors Matthew Broderick and Jennifer Grey became involved during filming. Shortly afterwards, the pair was on vacation in Ireland when they became involved in a car crash. Broderick was driving on the wrong side of the road, and the crash resulted in the deaths of a woman and her elderly mother, who were killed immediately. Broderick suffered heavy injuries himself and claims not to remember the day in question. Most alarming of all, while he was initially facing up to a 5-year prison sentence, he eventually only received a fine of around $175. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Ed Rooney is a real-life creep.
I don't trust this kid any further than I can throw him.
Dean of Students Edward R. Rooney is a consistent thorn in Ferris Bueller's side throughout the movie, hoping to catch a student in the act of skipping school and nearly succeeding several times.
I did not achieve this position in life by having some snot-nosed punk leave my cheese out in the wind.
For as creepy as Mr. Rooney's obsession can come across sometimes, his actor is even creepier in real life.
Les jeux sont faits. Translation. The game is up. Your ass is mine.
In 2002, actor Jeffrey Jones was charged with possession of underage pornography and for soliciting a minor to pose for inappropriate photos. Jones remains a registered sex offender, although he has been arrested several times for failing to update his status. Oh no. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.